I believe I have found the ultimate ventilator replacement for breathing. For the last 6, 7 days, I have been very breathless, almost losing my breath, feeling the need for a ventilator. And I said to myself, let me find something on my own. This is called a Viparita Dandasan bench, which was used by my teacher to help him cure himself from tuberculosis. And every time I feel choked and breathless, I come on this bench and this is what I do. And after about 10, 15 minutes of this practice, and I will explain it as I go along, I feel better and I can stay without feeling that choke feeling for 2, 3 hours sometimes. But then I get back to it. And this is what I do. I lean forward and open my chest. And this is the first stage. Normal inhalations, extended exhalations. So I take a longer time for the breath to go out and I make that outgoing breath forceful. I focus only on the diaphragm, focusing, pushing the air out of my lungs. And after about 5 minutes, I bend my knees and I push myself down and place my head on a bolster or a pillow, and I stay this way for another 5 minutes. In the third stage, I slide down and rest my shoulder on the pillow. Take my hands over my head and I stay this way. Now this is where I start practicing the breathing technique called Kapalabhati, where I forcefully exhale, normal inhalation. But when I'm exhaling, I try to draw in the lower abdomen so that the whole lower abdomen along with the diaphragm pushes out. And this, I believe, is what removes the blockages in my lungs to a certain extent. And after a while, and do this because I say do this to your ability, because after some time it can be very tiring for the lungs, okay, because they're already suffering. Then what I do is I bring my legs up, and this is the fourth stage where I will continue the breath. And after I've done this, I just stay here and relax. This is the fifth stage. In fact, I have no breathing problems by now. And when I relax, I can even go into a deep sleep, which is very rejuvenating, almost intoxicating. Euphoric is the right word. Now, the million-dollar question that all of you are going to ask, always try to come down from the other side. And the million dollar question is, where do you get a bench like this? Okay, I've got photographs of alternatives that you can use. I also do this on my sunbed outside in the balcony, and you can do it on the bed. Now, if your bed is too high, try some other way. Use a chair. I do it on a chair sometimes. It may not have the same implication, but I like this bench more, and it is more effective for me. Ugh. I like the benches that come after this. Is that this curvature, my body adapts to this curvature with my back, and that is what helps me even more. So try doing it on a low bed. Try doing it on the seat of a chair with your legs on the backrest and your body on the your shoulders on a bolster and your head on the floor. So shoulders, your head on the floor, just like here, but your butt will be on the seat of a chair and your legs will be up in the air or rested on the backrest of a chair. Please try this at home. Do not substitute my instructions to a doctor's instructions. The doctor always comes first. Okay? But this has helped me a lot. And so far, I have not had the need to go to a doctor. Okay? And I know there will be a lot of people looking for ventilators out there. So I said, rather than strive there, put my focus there, let me focus on something that I may be able to do on my own for myself. And this has been working. So that's why I said I believe I have an alternative to a ventilator. I don't know how far this will go. But so far, so good. Thank you for joining me and thank you for listening to what I had to say. Try it. The ultimate example of success lies in 3 things that you do. You have to do 3 things. Practice, practice, and practice. This didn't come about directly. I did several different attempts at different ways of posturing myself. This, along with Kapalabhati, just came as a result of trying. Namaste.